Good day everyone, my name is Corn, and today we have a match where I want to do something a little bit different. It has to do with the way I make my videos because as you know, in the past for the past like 37, 38, 39 episodes of High Heist, I have been only talking about the things that I want to say during the match, and some of my friends on my Discord told me that it would be nice if I could also talk about how I position my things and like how to use them, where to smoke, this and that.
I like these people.
And
they're very friendly.
I just played this match, which I did record the voice in it as well. But so maybe it's gonna be a bit messy, but regardless, I really hope that this video is gonna be rather helpful when it comes to playing flanks, playing how to attack a point that's out in the open, kind of out in the open, and against some sort of counter artillery, or artillery in general. The production of this video is supported by the folks from BA Armory. I wanted to give them a shout out because I failed to do so in the past 3 or 4 videos, so yeah, shout out to them for making me a partner of their website. I'm pretty glad because I actually use their website a lot, most notably 2 features actually. One is the faction win rate every day. Like they have this graph where they make, and then it basically shows you who's winning more. Like, is it going to be US or is it going to be the Russians that are winning more today? For the past 2 or 3 months, it's been US because of the all the nerfs that they did in the EAC update. But I think maybe, I don't know, if they give a couple more nerfs to US, maybe it'll get better. But honestly, it's pretty close nowadays. And the second feature is the damage calculator, I think. Basically, it's a tool where you can set the attacker and the defender, and then basically I use it to see how many shots it's going to take me to take down a tank or a vehicle or whatever. So yeah, it's a pretty helpful tool. You can also see the analysis of your matches if you log into Steam, that is. Obviously you could also look at other people without logging in, but you need to copy your Steam ID and stuff. They don't have that feature yet, but you can use it with like you can change the URL and then it'll work. So yeah, that's it for BA Armory. I would also like to thank Kiko and Nova for being my best buddies and actually helping me fund my Premiere Pro subscription so I can keep on making these videos on YouTube. But yeah, that's about it for the sponsorship and stuff. I don't think I should spend too much time talking about this, so back to the video. So we'll be less focused on the fact, okay, maybe we should still be focused on the fact on winning, obviously, not just feeding points and losing the flank. So yeah, today we'll be starting the match by playing Stryker. And we'll be playing this match on, I think this, what is this match even called? I mean, I don't even remember what the map's called, like. But anyways, it is the map where it's basically like 3 different lanes. You have the 3 or 4, like you're spread across the entire map, and then you play the map. Let me grab my pen real quick. There is yeah, just 1, 2, 3, and then like another one. The one on the far right is the one I'm playing. Our players are actually playing Russia, which is
the high rises.
quite impressive. Well, Russia's win rate is getting much better nowadays, so I think it's just because old Ben himself, like I'm playing with them this match, he says that like he decided to play Russia, and then like now everyone's playing Russia, so I think he's probably the biggest inspiration when it comes to playing the game. If he's having fun, there's probably Broken Air should sponsor this guy.
Yeah. What's the game plan here? What are you trying to do?
What I tend to do, what I like to do at the start of the match is to have a silent talk with 2 RSCs, standoff RSCs to be exact. CQC also work, but if I wanted to use CQC, I would need to plant them in the tree line over here. And they're just there to spot what's coming over. I'm not really planning on engaging them, and using them to engage enemies the moment I spot them. I will just spot stuff and then use them for a better time. So my fighter, my raptor, ended up not getting anything done. But we did spot like some things, I think. Yeah, BTR. Did spot the BTR, and then afterwards I also spotted their cornets. So they dropped a bunch of infantry here. We also found out that my opponent is motorized mechanized. So this is information that my opponent doesn't know. He knows that he's just trying to take control of G, putting ATGM teams in here, and then but meanwhile I'm already trying to bomb this guy. But that being said, I don't think I know what I'm doing. I started engaging. I'm just gonna hope this snake guy's drop works out. Also get my recon on the right, because usually people would put recon around here. As okay, I say this as quite naturally, but like this is coming out of my ass quite naturally, but people generally put. Okay, the bombs all connected on the wrong buildings, unfortunately. But
mortars.
they don't like.
Basilics.
When you play the match, like this, let me just wait for myself to move the screen real quick. Okay, like here, let's say this flank. You look at this flank and then you think to yourself, okay, where would I put snipers? There are 4 different high rises here. There's also a couple in the back. This one is particularly good. Like any high rise you see would actually be quite good for vision. So, and then like you could put one here. So there are a lot of places you can put recon in, and sometimes it could be overwhelming. But if you generally know that the tall buildings would usually have snipers in them, that is a pretty good idea, a pretty good cue. As you can see, I'm also putting that guy inside of the high rise there. So yeah, like if you have an idea, like this is some kind of thing where people don't usually do until they're like they have a lot of experience. But if you start doing it, like you think to yourself, okay, maybe there could be a sniper in here, and then when you feel safe with the vehicle, you're gonna, I mean, just push it with the vehicle that you feel safe that you won't lose, or like a cheap vehicle to even spot the thing that's inside, and then eventually finish it off with some other unit. All of these are ways that you can clear vision out early on. I'm just gonna. I was trying to sneak the silent hawk over, but I guess it does get spotted by the drone. I don't even think it did, but I ended up recalling that one. So for now, in the first 5 minutes of the match, this is probably the time where I can no longer use jets anymore, because, or like, if I use my jet, it could get shot down. And I've also been trying to build my ground, which actually takes quite a while on the flank like this. My units are also rather more expensive. I do thank my teammates for Ben in particular to use his Sex Eagle to destroy 3 of the 5 buildings here. So I'm just gonna have to destroy the last 2 with my Ichi HIMARS. But I do need something to laser it, and I think I messed it up by not lasering it yet. But anyways, this cap right here, it is normally surrounded by a couple of things. I mean, like when I want to attack it, there's like, you gotta think about it, right? Like there are a couple of things that could fire into the cap that I would not be able to deal with. Like for example, this tree line, the buildings from here, that tree line, maybe just a tank hiding in the back that could just shoot it. So the saving grace here is that if I put units behind these buildings when I walk in, then I can technically be contesting the cap, and then eventually I'll have to smoke myself around the cap, and then I'll be able to push over, like push the edge of the cap, and then destroy the units or eliminate them, the ones that are taking G. So I'm just gonna, I think I did get a mortar fairly early. Nothing to see here besides the fact that I spotted the tank. I ran into some like the scout team here. These are very cheap scout teams. They practically don't do anything. Razvedka, and then like that is a mortar. Also a cornet. But yeah, like you spot some things with the recon that I guess that's a good thing about SF, right? Like your frontline units would generally spot things that normally if you use normal infantry or vehicles, then you wouldn't be able to spot it. So here I'm trying to smoke up the crossfire from the tank. As you can see, I'm trying to take control of D cap. I will eventually pull out, but I'm just trying to take it for now. and in the meantime just take a couple pot shots at that cornet so it can't really I mean, just to make sure that it's not going to be healthy. But I eventually decide to, okay, just push out, and then it accidentally catches an attacker that is actually much faster than cornet, so I didn't react in time. But we do manage to take G and eventually give it back to them. That is unlucky. In the meantime, I do try to save my what are they called again? RSE? So yeah, I try to save my RSE, and currently, even though this is the 1v1, right, like the guy on my left is doing fantastic, I believe.
Oh fuck.
The issue here is that I am most of my units here are 400, like sure, the troopers have javelins, but only against vehicles. Like they can only utilize it against the vehicles, and whereas for his scout teams they have 600 meters of range. And I kind of forgot that I had Green Beret Punishers. They also have 600 meter range. They are extremely good at dealing with enemy infantry. So I think that was kind of a misplay on my end for this match. And you'll find me trying to struggle to get supplies, get everything running, because I only have 2 supply trucks. And obviously using buildings as cover or like blocking vision is pretty nice. You can see me constantly smoking and constantly being out of like not having smoke at all. Do you spot the Razvedka again? So I'm pretty sure that this guy that I'm playing has a lot of stuff, not a lot of stuff, but at least some stuff just to spot me. And then he doesn't really need the stuff to be there, as long as like as long as he spots the things that, like, if there's a push going in, then all he has to do is to move his units over and then match me, kind of like that. So I just spotted the tank there right there, and it is a... he actually didn't have APS, which is quite interesting. I'm trying to laser the buildings so I can destroy it. Yeah, the thing that I chose to do right after facing a tank, because I can't fight it, normally because if I had a javelin he would smoke it, and the dragoons and the rangers wouldn't do anything if I rushed them. So what I would do is I would just smoke somewhere in the middle. This is not necessary, but I would just roll around and try from another angle, because that's what strikers are good at doing, you know, like come over and then force his tank to drive back, and then maybe I'll poke again on the right hand side and see what happens. Unfortunately, there are a couple like ATGMs from here that are shooting at me, so yeah, these two. So oops, accidentally moved my camera across the map. And you know, we just try to step in the G, poke just poke here with the Booker. Unfortunately, there are a lot of units. Actually just 2 squads, so we'll be fine if we bring like some PQC infantry or just the Rangers. The Rangers are also good at anti-infantry, but they don't have the best range for that. That is a cluster grad, I believe, and these bad boys, I think he just stopped firing right after that. So there were a couple ATGMs from that tree line. I will have to eventually RT that, but in the meantime, since the G is actually covered by a lot of buildings here, like these buildings, these buildings, these buildings. Obviously, my opponent with proper vision from here, they can obviously spot the recon, the logistics going in. So I am very tempted to put supplies nearby, very close to the front, but I know that it's definitely going to get artillery. So and also I don't have that many trucks, so I'm just gonna pull my units back. And strikers, they run fairly fast, so even though they do oh, I missed out on this part, but yeah, even though like the supply point is fairly all the way in the back, it's okay. It's always better to not lose your units to artillery when you're resupplying than taking a bit more time. So we just managed to use the MLRS to destroy or to eliminate some units, and like I think there was 2 squads in there, so that was pretty nice. I'm gonna smoke again and then try to get into the cap where it is relatively safe. Luckily he did not have any units inside, so I kind of just sat on it. And then this is like with 50 minutes, sorry, not minutes, seconds left on the cap until the first phase ends. I think we actually managed to hold 2 of these caps at the first end of the first phase. That's why we would actually have a tick here. Like we currently control B on the left, on the other side of the river. Gonna have to immediately smoke up when I see the attackers because god, they their missiles fly really fast. And also same with the Tulpan. Like this guy is using a lot of artillery and utilizing range, this and that. All I can do is try to hold for another 20 seconds and then pull out from here. But yeah, as you can see, tree lines are much better for firing at stuff, because like you can put vehicles with ATGMs behind it. I do need to clear that out. So yeah, 7 seconds left on the clock. I'm just gonna try and secure this 1-pointer. Unfortunately, we almost could have gotten another one, but that's okay. Like that's fine. Like a point lead is okay. Okay, now it's time to get out of here and use my Comanche or I don't know. Like other units. I actually love the Comanche. I bet everyone else, like a lot of people do. Mainly because of the what's it called again? The Hellfire.
No, he isn't. Okay, we're fine.
And if you do manage to stack 2, like 2 Comanches on top of each other, then they're gonna be an absolute menace when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna. Oh, that is actually 2 squads here. Oh, like a cheap 100 points or so worth of units, but just quite annoying to deal with. Also gonna take a quick shot at the retreating tank that might have ran out of smoke. Luckily he did not have a Panzer nearby, so I'm just gonna yoink. Make a quick yoink and then have my have my units go off, like the Rangers that are actually pretty decent against infantry and vehicles. Not really against vehicles, but for PTRs they're sufficient. Gonna kill that sniper on the right that I spotted. Also move up my sniper as well later on. Here my opponent decided to react to my RC with a tank, and I think that's a big mistake from him because I'm just gonna spread out my RCs, go for the side shots as you can see right here. Like that's a mistake you don't want to make with a normal tank, and he just took 2 shots and he's almost dead. So yeah, like even though like the stuff going on our flank is it's going pretty well. So yeah, I think this is something dumb that I ended up doing this match. I wanted to push right because I know he was actually quite empty here, and I do think it kind of worked to an extent. I also lost. Did I lose my sniper yet? No, he's still here. Yeah, like holding this, also spot this, but unfortunately could not take advantage of it because there was actually an A vehicle right there. But yeah, this is where like I did have my motor, but I didn't really know where his ATGMs were. I also was not expecting his ATGMs to be this far back. So I'm just gonna pop another smoke. Move my units back. In the meantime, also push forward another Resvetka squad that costs only 50 points. Gonna just drop the RC there and then keep pushing, and then I bump into the Panzer. That actually costs 250 points, so I'm just gonna take that guy out, take the squad out, and then go for that guy. Keep driving with the Dragoon. My Booker almost died there, so not good at all. Obviously slowing down to supply is probably not that great. Gonna keep going for the grad. Hopefully we kill it. I think we do. Yeah, that's very nice. That's 200 points. And then my opponent called out his what do you call it? His helicopter. But my Shuron was kind of all the way in the back, and I didn't call it in when I like was pushing. So that was a mistake on my end. He also decided to kill me through the smoke. What the fuck? Oh, what was that plane? That explains a lot.
Don't worry about it.
We tried to airdrop somewhere and then died doing so. Well, that's unlucky. I guess getting hard. Like I don't know. It is what it is. Like the match is over. I've forgot about some things and some of the mistakes that I made, and But yeah, like right now we are currently going to just, oh wait, I probably skipped some things, but right now you can see this is as far as it can get, right? Like I am infiltrating right hand side at a very steady pace, and all I'm doing now is I just need to or this might be kind of hard, but because my opponent does have tanks, and how much points do I have? I have a lot of points. I even got a plane up, but unfortunately I did run into an English squad that was just camping the corner. I probably should have flew a bit closer to the edge of the map.
Cut me through the smoke.
In the meantime, there are 2 tulpans that I wanted to kill really quickly, so I do manage to get the tulpans, but unfortunately the tulpans only cost like 200 points maximum, and I also dropped the pilot, so that's 500 points down the drain. Not worth it at all. In the meantime, I'm starting to lose a lot of units over there on the right hand side. Both my RSCs go down. Okay, I'm not really doing what I should be doing, but right now what I should sorry, I'm speaking too fast, but basically what I was saying is that instead of trying to go greedy and resorting to airstrike with the 127 income, which is really like I have a lot of units on the field basically, it would be a better idea that I just played it steady and then used the points for the F-35, and I could have just bought more supplies, sent more infantry around here, even though it is quite open. Like, but having the tree lines here as line of sight blockers is pretty nice. I can pressure my opponents out, eventually destroy the buildings, but we are, like, considering we are winning quite hard on the right, pushing them all the way back. Was it really necessary to keep pushing? We could have just farmed these guys, which we kind of are, kind of aren't. That is also a lot of ATGMs over there on the right hand side. Just gonna pull my Stryker SOF back. But I think he went the wrong way. Yeah, I think he's going the wrong way. He's getting sniped by a VDV coordinate. The smoke does not save it. Unlucky. And then the Igloo was still here. I pushed my snipers thinking that they wouldn't get spotted, but they did. So, yeah. Mistakes made here and there. It's gonna eventually cost me like a lot of KD in this phase at least. Fortunately for me, my opponent does not know where the smoke button is, and I can just kind of use javelins to deal with his tanks that he decides to push up, even though technically it's not supposed to work like that. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna try pushing on the right hand side again, forcing as many kills maybe as possible, even though we are like going down on kills, this and that. This is probably where some things go wrong. My APS was popped and then I lose a second. It's getting pretty bad. That cornet just fucked me. I should have just smoked the moment I saw that thing, because getting shotgunned by like a 765 point BMP2 kind of sucks balls, and yeah. So I just lost a bunch of stuff for free, kind of, and with like 2 Strykers gone, like Strykers driving down a forest is probably not something that's gonna work out. I run out of smoke, gotta go back and get more smoke. And yeah, and then in the meantime he's still trying to push my cab that I should actually be trying to hold. And yeah, it's definitely not working out for me on the right nor on the left. So but we gotta try and save these units that are currently out of, like, the Booker has no APS, you know, and then but at least they don't have any more ATGM, so that's a saving grace for me. Also out of smoke, so we try to come in, smoke the units, and then pull out. Just gonna take care of that SSO and the cap in the meantime, have more rangers. Try to at least get rid of these high rises next. Hold the hold the line at least, and then at the end of the phase we do need to go control, at least hold C and G for a little bit.
There's a fucking SU in our spawn.
Yeah, and then in the meantime, as you can see, our KD is not doing that great in the second phase. And then these Su-35s are actually just flying right through. We do kill the plane eventually, but that is still a very relatively cheap fighter that can intercept a lot of things. And that's the thing about if you play against VDV, right? Like when you play against VDV, you really cannot afford to like, but here's the thing: the SU-35, I think SU-35 is a really cheap plane. It costs like 26, like 260, and then. But the thing about it is this, right? Look, you can spot it at max range. So as you can see here, every time like that's a sex eagle, but all they do is they see your sex eagle and then they fly at your sex eagle. They toss a couple missiles, maybe you lose your sex eagle, and then they'll just keep flying at you because they have more speed than your sex eagles or whatever strike plane that you brought in. Could be an F-35. So maybe, you know, instead of actually going for the like forcing a strike, just don't do it. Just don't do it. It's very simple. Just don't air spam it when they have fighters in the air, because they obviously work. And this guy probably got another kill in the meantime, and he's driving back. He's flying back to base. Against Russia, the Raptor 375 build is also pretty nice, but unfortunately I forgot to, like, this is my mirror deck for some reason. I did not have that ready. I'm using the Green Brave Punisher finally, but could have used that a bit earlier this match. Yeah, at the end of the phase, they got 3 kill points, not good at all. I'm trying to hold both tree lines here. Having a booker at the end is actually going to be very cancerous for my opponent to push in, unless he has like artillery, something like that. Yeah, like G is what I think I should really be trying to hold at the end of the phase, and I think I'll skip until they start pushing. Now, okay, there you go. We run into a scout squad. I think we killed the Cornet team over there. Managed to kill the Ogmechiki boys in the meantime, and yeah, looks good, doesn't it? 2 minutes left until the clock, until like this shit rocks up. Yeah, okay, how about we start playing from there? I saw like, oh shit, tank, a BMD-3M, BMP-3M, another BMP-3M, and then another nuke coming in with like, I don't know how many planes this is. Yeah, the classic Russian nuke spam strikes again. Yo. But we do intercept the nuke, thankfully. That is a lot of planes.
I don't know how we got there. I think it was just good timing.
But yeah, this is the thing, right? The tank gameplay, like you kind of just
shit off too long.
You kind of just save points, and then you go in at the end of the phase, and then you just kind of kill a lot of stuff if you manage to get the nuke off.
On the left.
Thankfully, because they had to spawn their nukes, they could not also, here's the thing, they could not spawn fighters, so we could also get some airstrikes in, so that was a pretty juicy 3-skull Viper. Pretty sure it paid for itself, kind of. Unfortunately, I lost my Booker in the meantime to this. I was not reacting in time, and it's gonna hurt us in like a little bit later, but yeah, anyways, here, I was smoking my Booker, using this tree line as a line of sight blocker instead of just retreating and eventually losing the Booker. So yeah, now with smoke ready, I can run away. Also have to try to get into G to hold the cap for another 45 seconds. Unfortunately, I guess I kind of forgot that their units were right there, and I could have just kept running. Hold out for a little while longer. Manchis is gonna come in and just try to make it even. I'm trying to like three guys. Okay, well, no, can't get it. This is where it went wrong. Even get that in there. Like, these guys just shotgunned my Booker and everything because he was running it down through a bunch of smoke. Like, smoke is obviously gonna hurt me. It's good for me and also good for my opponent, depending on who uses it. Unfortunately, he decapped the thing at the last second, so it really did suck for me. And then they have 3 skulls as well, so this phase definitely did not go our way. And going to third phase, we now need a tick, a cap point, or like a kill, whatever.
That's on me.
I heard things I did not want to hear in the meantime, but it did get me just in some sense. But anyways, the thing about fighting like VDV, like spam like this, is that if you have like CQC, then just use it, because VDV does not have a lot of squads. Like look at this, that's 3 squads right there. Boom! Thermobaric weapon, baby. So yeah, it is pretty nice when you have like an engineer squad that can just deal with like a blob of vidivida, something like that.
Got in. I clicked back. Why are you not going back?
In the meantime, I think. Okay, force a smoke, something. I'm not gonna take G in the meantime, because I would prefer to resupply my 1 HP units more than anything else. But my opponent constantly trying to sneak Resvetka squads in here is getting a bit annoying. Kind of wish that I could just bring out more green berets and then just and now that I think about it, my resupply point is actually under fire from these guys, so they definitely spotted that. I don't even know why he didn't choose the artillery immediately, but I guess I'll just smoke myself up and hope things go for hope things work out for me. We do manage to finally get the Igla squad. This phase I was really thinking, like at this point in the match I was really thinking about sending a Comanche over and flying, but honestly I don't really know. Like I called a Comanche but then I forgot about it, so Corn, what the fuck are you doing? I don't know either.
Those guys
I don't know
just
either.
fucked each other.
Gonna get a sniper into G as well, so you can have good vision. Fortunately, this guy playing mechanized actually had another Igla vehicle there, so I guess didn't really work out for me. But right now with the sniper squad in here, we can actually spot a bunch of things. I'm out of smoke again. Yeah, and this javelin is kind of cooked at the moment. I kind of have to hide it in the corner or something. Did not even get the SU. Oh, wait, this part was unlucky. I had to show you this. I have to show you this. Okay, so my MLRS was firing. I was being MLRS'd again. Stryker V lost my motor in the meantime, I think. Like, this flash actually got me. Kind of sucked. And then the SU-57, I immediately turned my radar off for the plane. He bombed my thing and the transport, but the transport is just unlucky. And then my pack refused to shoot this guy for some reason. I don't understand. It actually worked. It did not even get the SU. I turned both radars off, by the way. I was pissed, but unlucky, I guess. Yeah, anyways, in the meantime, we did lose G for a little bit. My opponent was using CQC SSO, and that's the thing, like, that's the thing about defending caps that kind of suck at the end of the phase. If two of you just decide to blob one single cap, then like you'll be able to just pull it off, because also I don't really know what's happening here. I think my brain was kind of fried in the meantime. They didn't have AA. Oh, oops, he just went straight for impact. And then my pack was here, he got spotted, and he probably lost it. In the meantime, I don't really know what I was doing with my units out in the open as well. Really shouldn't have done that, but I'm just gonna kill a tank in the meantime.
Going for that heli. Get the Comanche,
and then hide my Comanche behind this building, which is actually a pretty nice spot. So, yeah, I did kill some units, but I also lost a bunch of units myself, so that was definitely not worth it. Just gonna fly low, pull it back,
Bunch dead,
and then attack another day. So I guess like recently this has been a problem for me. Like I could not, for the love of God, figure out where exactly, or like figure out why my APM is so shit recently. I have no clue, but gonna force fire at that SSO team inside smoke, and also pull my low HP Dragoon outside of the cap, along with the troopers that are currently being were being blasted by the thermobaric SSO, because my smoke is about to run out, and also almost get capped by the Sturm. I'm just gonna have to pull back from there and get more units inside. This is a bit unfortunate for me, because that is a killed his own. Thankfully, he did kill his own truck, but that is a bunch of Vidvidish. I need to get my units out of there as soon as possible, and then get an engineer team in there or something else. Anything would work. Anyways, the smoke coming from the Grok is actually quite annoying. Same goes for me, honestly. Like it goes both ways. Everyone smoking is bad, but like we all end up smoking in the end, which is quite funny. But yeah, I like at this point during the phase, I really don't have the economy to go for recon on the right, so I kind of ended up giving up this side of the map while trying to take G, but
shoot
that
that
that G is also kind of like this side of the map is also like these 3 lines, and they're really important to take control of G.
I'm just not.
As you can see, it's going really back and forth, and I could never truly hold G
Gotta be
for a
careful
long
for
time.
that
Well,
as
I
well.
did until they decided to push me and force a decap at the end of the last phase, and our score could have been 5-6, and that's what really kind of pissed me off. But you know, then our opponents did a good play, so we have to like props to them. I think it keeps on going for a little bit until I push my opponent with the shit out of this building, and then these guys, they're really good like infantry squad for AT, but not that good against normal infantry. So any CQC or like even Rangers, actually Rangers are good. What am I talking about? Rangers are good. They can beat the shit, I think. And yeah, the thing, like as you can see, is actually looking pretty optimistic for us, and quite glad about the outcome so far. And it looks pretty nice because I'm pretty confident that I can hold G as long as I have smoke, and I need to get my smoke back. Where's my smoke? No. Where's my smoke? I probably did get smoke. Smoke it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Suddenly run into 2 squads of a bit of this shit, so I'm just gonna have to go back from there. Yeah, alright, so in the meantime, I'm not sure, like, I'm pretty sure that's not my smoke, but we do,
Issue on the left.
dump some smoke into G-cap, and then gonna have to resupply those infantry. Unfortunately, lose that, combat engineer squad that was 1 HP, but, you know, that's fine, that's totally fine. We'll just have to eventually push into G,
Watch your
against
Patriot.
artillery. Yeah, we also did manage to get the bookers that we lost earlier back onto the field, so that's very nice. And slowly but surely, as you can see here, this is what I meant when it came to like taking the cap. So yeah, I am against 2 tanks, you know, like, but also, well, I guess him not smoking kind of fucks him. He really should have smoked there, but if he does, like, if there does, how should I put it? Like, if there's like, if everyone smokes up, right, the cap is completely covered in smoke. In that case, I would push my Moss squad in, and then I would just try to like engage the tanks at maybe not close range, but close enough to block them. So in the meantime, the smoke, currently, like, there's a big wall here, right? Even though like this side is fading away, I'm just gonna try to push in, get the SSO out of there, or physically remove them from the map.
Their ulti is also basically
And then,
on the front line. Like, what the fuck?
And then we're just going to release SSO, smoke up in their face, and then just pull out from there. At least that's what I like to do, because after you take control of the cap, if your opponent has a bunch of artillery, all they're gonna do is they're just gonna artillery to hell, and then smoke it up, and then push it again. I mean, it goes both ways, right? It's basically the idea how it works. Need a bomb for that?
They could see
In the
that
meantime,
kind fuck me.
my allies are getting screwed by excessive artillery. Same with me, honestly. Like, that was another smircher or whatever. And me personally, I think as long as you're on the move and don't get shot on by artillery, like, it's okay, you know, like, it's okay to not lose, to not use planes to bomb it. But I did manage to get some points for it, and then I needed help in D. Oh, I don't even know how to draw an arrow now. There, in D. Everyone got planes. I think the Jace, I don't know if it connected. I'm just gonna have to, I decided to end up bombing. The F-35 died. I'm gonna go bomb one of the packs. Sorry, S-300s. Gonna fire the... Oh, I think that was the seaplane that got intercepted. But we do trade one F-35. I don't know if that killed anything, but...
Alright, nice kills. 3 minutes.
I think it also...
Last
like,
reinforcements, pretty much.
The trade wasn't worth it at all, considering like it's really late into the game, and we only had F-35s for thank you.
Move your packs because they've been out.
We only had F-35s for like bombing like single targets, so I mean, sorry, no seed. The problem was, I think, not having any seed, and then in the meantime, there's a bit of Razvedka. Once again, I'm just gonna have to try to sit inside G and try not to lose the cap until my engineers get in, or my troopers, which are definitely not gonna help against those Razvedka squads, but instead the tanks that might roll in later on.
Backline again.
Yeah, right. Another F-35 down the drain. Definitely not good.
Just
gotta get good points down. Panther, so okay, and he had points for another Panther. Could have went for that kill, and then, but I guess my RV is unlucky. Gets instantly ended. Unlucky, indeed. But you know, for now we're trying to get G back. It is pretty nice. Just gonna try to take it back and then get Raider on. Don't have anything for that. Time for us.
There's a BTR in our backline.
Yeah, the nuke was probably not gonna work out. We I mean the nuke, like, I didn't have a second pack, and having a second pack really helped there. And oh, that was 1K worth of units. Really not good. Yeah, and it indeed was GG. So maybe we can 500 points. Yeah, not great. Currently I think we do have control of G. I'm not completely sure.
Yeah, accuracy of their fucking.
We do have D and G, so like that is actually. I think. Yeah, like we should be able to. Like, we do get 1+3, but that's clearly not enough for the amount of units we've lost. Even though like the current G, like, I think this is unnecessary, as you can see. Like, I never was able to get rid of these high rises when the airborne guy, which was Ben and some other folks, was playing in those meat grinding in the middle. So no one ever had the points to go for, like, to destroy these high rises. That every time I tried to push in, like, these guys would fire at me. So if I destroyed them, maybe it would help, really, but I don't think so. Like, they would still put ATGMs in there, and they would be chucking, like, them out like a madman. As for why I think this move is unnecessary, is because I have G, and his only tank is disabled. Like, not disabled, but like his engine is down and is red. So as my opponent has no will to try to take control of this cap at the moment, I really don't need to push in and feed points. Even though I don't think like, this is like the amount of units he has here in a defensive position is only gonna make sure that if is only gonna punish me if I make a mistake. So yeah, I think that is the end of this video or episode of highlights. Alright, I tried to condense it. Try to condense it as much as possible, and because I am going to include a quick deck talk, I guess, introduction or whatever, about the deck I was using right now, or this game. So I'll be right back. Alright, let me just upscale my resolution, because normally I would burn my laptop and I don't like that. Let me see, I think it's this one. I did change it a little bit, but I think it used to look something like this. Probably something like this. Alright, so I think there's not much to say about it. Like, in this game, it was a bit chiller than the ones that I usually get. Something most notably, like if anything, I've actually never ended up using the Ranger's Javelin, even though I definitely should. I always shot 2 Javelins from the Trooper Squad, and then they ran out of Javelins, and now I have to resupply them instead of actually being a threat to my opponent. So having these guys would actually be nice if I called them in. The Maws are... I mean, I only called them in once, but my opponent also wasn't really abusing armor too much, or I don't think that's called abusing, but the Javelins were enough to deal with them because he couldn't really react, or I think it was desync, I don't know. I had pretty high ping, so I was probably the one getting desynced. No clue. The smoke is also really important for pushes like these. I don't recommend the guided rounds because they're not going to kill anything anyways, unless my opponent decides to sit there and do nothing. The HE HIMARS is something that is kind of a, like, something that I had to, like, give up. Even, like, I think cluster HIMARS is great, but sometimes in some certain areas of the map, having HE HIMARS can clear buildings, especially high-rises, that sometimes, like, if you use Nighthawks, right? Nighthawks, like, you can say corn, but, like, 2 Jasms can just clear one building. It's very simple. You pay 100 points and then you get the building gone. True. On the other hand, though, like, they could get intercepted by a pack, and then, like, it's not gonna work. Like, it's gonna be I'm gonna be spending points for nothing. So I guess I kind of just ended up with the HIMARS, but still, it's not a bad idea because I do not like feeding planes, and the Nighthawk is like a jet, or sorry, not a jet. It is a plane that I can use it at without it being too exposed to enemy AA fire. So I think, like, I can still try it. You can try it. It's just that I didn't really. I felt like I should use these guys for a more consistent demolish. I don't know, demolish operation, whatever you call it. Yeah, I think that's about it. Like, having a bit of everything, you know. If you ask me what the green beret punishes are, I've been trying to use them lately because I realized they are actually pretty good. Like, I tried them out in practice room. They can beat standoff RRC 1-on-1. They can beat airborne NGSW 1-on-1. For some reason, like these guys, it's a 4-man squad and they can somehow beat Rangers. Not Rangers, airborne, which is, I think it's thanks to the grenade launcher. So I think I should be using these guys more often. A combo that I have actually never seen people use before is stacking 2 green beret punishers in 1 Stryker and one Moss team in the other. So you have really good AT and you have really good anti-infantry, but no CQC capabilities, and also the AT immediately dies if you're against 2 BMP. So I have not tried this either, but I'll see if it works out for me. But yeah, I'm going to be experimenting this for the next time that I play my opponents. But for now, this is the deck that it looks like. You can also, oh, this is my mirror deck. Okay, it probably was picking this deck, but it didn't. It's pretty much the same thing, except I'm not really, okay, it's probably incomplete. It's like I'm 290 points down. But if you ask me, Corn, why don't you, like, go for the 1,000 points? And that's because I just don't think too much about it. I don't really think it's that important, even though, yeah, like, technically having, like, this is gonna give me less income, like, not having the 10,000 points, but I don't care that much. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed my video today. Hopefully you prefer this kind of commentary compared to the commentary I normally have, because I've been trying to spend more time on analyzing how I push this cap and this and that. But with 7... I'm not going to do the 6-7 thing, but with 7 capture points taken, it was... I mean, it's kind of like a back and forth match, but we could not pull off the high-elo heist. It was actually a high-elo heist for my opponent, so... Does this count as a successful high-elo heist? Well, it did happen, but it didn't work out for me. I don't know, but you be the judge. I will... Do I put the stamp here? I don't know, I'll see what I do. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching today's episode of high-elo heist, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.